I want to share something with you from the Ambassadors of Compassion program, something that has just really stayed with me. There was a high school student named Maribel who went through our program carrying a weight that had been shaping her sense of who she was, her identity, for years. Like a lot of young people we work with, she had learned to manage it, to keep going, to perform on the outside, while something deep quietly hurt on the inside, affecting her identity. But after going through the face it, release it, replace it process, she said this: "The most important concept I've learned is that I will not stand alone when all odds seem to be against me. I've really looked into what kind of person I am and my full potential as a leader and as an ambassador of compassion." That is not a motivational phrase. That is a young woman who went through a real process and came out on the other side knowing who she actually is, like so many young people today.
And Maribel's not alone. Across more than 100,000 students and families who've gone through the Ambassadors of Compassion programs, we've seen the data and we've seen the lives behind the data, and it's incredibly exciting. For example, 95% of students who show an increase in understanding forgiveness and how to actually apply it to their lives. 91% feel more in control of their life and over their future. 50% are now able to share a deep emotional pain they have never shared before, often for the first time in their lives. And that last number always stands out to me, 50%. That's half the room carrying something alone that does not have to carry it alone.
And here's what we know from walking adults through the same process. Transformation is not smaller. In fact, it's often deeper and more profound because the wounds have had longer to settle in. The patterns have had more time to repeat and harden. And when the release finally happens, when a person who's been carrying something for 20 or 30 years finally faces it, releases it, and replaces it, and steps into who they actually are, it's one of the most remarkable things we've ever witnessed. Marriages that were locked in the same cycle for years suddenly have room to breathe and feel safe. Parents who were repeating patterns they swore they never would repeat find access to a version of themselves their kids have never seen, and they rewrite family. People who have been managing anxiety their whole adult lives begin to experience a settled calm that feels genuinely new.
And then there's what I call the ripple, when you break the cycle. It doesn't just break for you, it breaks for your kids, your family, the people you share life with, for the generations that come after you. And Maribel is a reminder of one person, one process, one genuine transformation. The world around her gets a different version of her, someone who knows who she is, who knows she does not have to stand alone, and who's ready to take on life. That's what's available to you, not someday, but now.
This is what the full Live Resilient Intensive is for. Not a quick fix, not more information to carry home alone, but a genuine community of people doing this work together with live sessions with Eric and I, real-time activation, and the kind of ongoing support that makes the transformation stick. Maribel did not walk out of that room and forget what happened. She walked out forever knowing who she was. That kind of change holds because it was experienced in community with guidance in real time. And that's exactly what we're inviting you into.
If you made it through all 5 of these videos, something in you is ready. Please don't let that readiness pass you by. The full Live Resilient Intensive, the live sessions, community, the activation is waiting for you. The link is below. We can't wait to be there with you.